What's up guys, you are watching MySQL Gyan and today's topic is cursors and triggers in MySQL. So without further delay, let's start. What do you mean by cursor? Whenever you want to iterate over a set of result set, you can use a cursor. Whenever you have a set of result and you want to process each row one by one, you can use a cursor. So generic definition will be cursor allows you to iterate a set of rows written by a query or subquery and process each rows individually. Cursor can be used in combination of triggers, functions and stored procedure. Cursor is very good alternative for each loop, while loop and any other loop because it will do the same thing but in a much more systematic way. So what are practical uses of cursor? Cursor is used for row by row processing of data. So it can be used for validation of data. Suppose you have a data from third party side or you have a data from third party vendor and you want to process it, you want to validate this data. So you can use the cursor, pick up each record one by one through cursor and do your processing, do your validations and clean up your data. So cursor can be very useful in this type of tasks. Now coming to basic syntax for cursor, we are using cursor over here in stored procedure. So syntax will be create procedure, procedure name, begin and end. Declare whatever variable you want to declare to use inside the stored procedure. We are declaring where done underscore flag. This done flag can be used to stop the cursor whenever our processing will be done. You can write where underscore done underscore flag or you can write basically done underscore flag or whatever name you are comfortable with. And then declare cursor name, cursor for select statement, whatever select statement is there. So select column name from table name and then declare continue handler for not found set where underscore done underscore flag equal to 1. What this statement means that if whenever the processing is done, whenever there is no next row is available, then set where underscore done flag equal to 1 so that it will exit the loop, so that we will exit the cursor. Open cursor name, repeat. So until what repeat? Until where underscore done flag and repeat. So where done flag will be set to 1 whenever we do not found next row. So repeat and until where done flag and repeat, and then fetch cursor name into variable. So this cursor needs to be associated with some variable. So we have defined variable over here and then pushing this cursor data into variable. So is to process it one by one. Do your processing whatever you want to do. You want to clean up your data or you want to validate something over these rows or something like that. Whatever is your processing, do it over here. And then until where underscore done flag and repeat. Whenever next row is not available, exit from the loop and then close cursor name and then end. So this is the most basic syntax for a cursor to fetch data from a table. Only one column is being selected. We have done our processing and then exit from the loop whenever next row is not available. Okay, our next topic will be triggers. So triggers is very interesting topic. What do you mean by triggers? So basically whenever you do insert, update or delete in a table, it says also do something else. Whenever you insert, update or delete in a table, it will do some other activity. Also it will also insert, update, delete either in a backup table or a log table or something like that. So basically it can be defined as whenever you insert, update, delete from a table, also do something else. Now coming to types of trigger, there are basically three types of trigger: insert, update and delete. These triggers can further be classified as after and before. So after insert, before insert, after update, before update, and after delete and before delete. Moving forward, coming to trigger syntax will be create trigger, trigger name, trigger time. Trigger time will be after or before. Trigger event will be insert or update or delete on table name for each row, begin and end. And this is where you will write your logic like insert into log table or something like that. So this is very basic introduction to trigger. I will go into deep dive into this trigger thing. Trigger is a very vast topic. I want to deep dive into like advantages and disadvantages of trigger, where these triggers can be used, and where it is useful to use these triggers, and what are the disadvantages, especially to use these triggers on a large set of data, on the tables where data quantum of data is very large. So today I have just given you introduction. You just go through it. These are very helpful at the times, but also this will be a bottleneck also if you will use it on a very large table set without looking up on a quantum of data. This is MySQL Gyan, and I will see you in the next video.